F1 may have just gone to Spa, but it's George Russell who's leaving not feeling very relaxed. Let's get into it. So if you've seen my prediction video, you may know I got it a little bit wrong. Perez P10 may not have been the most educated guess I'll ever give, but at least the thought was there. I did get Antonelli and Leclerc both on the podium, Antonelli winning. Oh, hello there! But I could not have predicted what would have happened on lap 1. Lap 1, George Russell and Lewis Hamilton go into La Source, is it? The little chicane at the end of the Camel Straight. And what appears to be Lewis has a minor bit of understeer, but he's not that far away from the curb. He ends up going into George, who had battery issues, he reported, the whole way down the straight, and those end up colliding. George ends up out the race, beached on the gravel. The stewards looked at this and gave this for their reasoning, and then proceeded to give Lewis a 5-second penalty. I mean, if you said lap 1 collision, they're expecting there to be loads of cars going into that turn. They basically give all the possible reasoning for it to not be a penalty. And they've given it 5 seconds. I mean, Fred Vasseur wasn't very happy about it. That's one thing we can say for sure. He was really not too pleased. But anyway, let's get on with what happened later on in the race as well. A VSC was brought out to clear some debris off the track, which gave Charles Leclerc a quick, cheap pit stop, which enabled him to get the net lead of the race after Antonelli pit before him. So it was Leclerc leading this race for a little bit, and his pace was decent. I mean, he definitely was not helped out by Valtteri Bottas, who was playing... we don't know what he was doing, really, Bottas. He was just anything blocking Leclerc, so I wouldn't be surprised if Ferrari revokes Cadillac's right to use the Ferrari engine for next race because of that. But Antonelli ends up getting him. Antonelli had the pace all weekend. The Mercedes, was much quicker than the Ferrari all weekend. After putting it on pole by his largest ever pole margin, Antonelli claims quite a comfortable win on his dad's birthday. So all pretty good from Antonelli's side of things. Not too much went wrong. Charles finished P2. Good race from him. Could have almost been in a chance for the win. Lando Norris was also in a chance for the win. He had pace today. It was a complete polar opposite to him last year around Spa. He had a lot of pace today. But McLaren seems to get it wrong with that weird strategy, not pitting him under the VSC. Leave him out there for way too long. So he had about 7 laps, I think, in the end on the mediums. He was stuck behind Isaac Adjar, who drove a fantastic race from all the way down the order. Charles Leclerc avoided a penalty. Similar incident really to Lewis going into that turn. He was forcing Piastri quite wide, tried to push him onto the grass, tried to discourage a move. Oscar still went for it. They made contact. Oscar lost part of his car. The stewards there, however, decided no penalty, which, considering the precedent they set earlier in the race with Lewis's penalty, left a few people a bit confused. They don't really have to. They just said it was Oscar wasn't far enough alongside, but they didn't really take anything else into account. So it was an interesting one from the stewards. They had an absolute blunder this race. Another person, or group of people rather, who had an absolute blunder this race was the F1 TV directors. We had Colapinto's double overtake in a small box on the side that we missed because it was not on the main screen because they're too busy showing the leaders drive near each other. We missed the Racing Bulls overtake where they got close to each other. We missed that. The replay of that, if you can't find it, have a look. They get very, very close again. More Racing Bulls drama for you. They do get on, Arvid and Liam, but boy, do they test each other. They really, really like testing their relationship because wow, oh wow. They do like a squabble. Completely against the team's will. If the team principal of Racing Bulls, Alan Permain? It is Alan Permain. He will be Code Brown on the pit wall for him because they do not make it comfortable or nice viewing, I can tell you that. Have to say the good surprises, I would argue, of this race, for me personally, was Red Bull. Their choice to not go to the Macarena wing to keep it a bit more bit more stable, really paid off. Verstappen obviously getting a podium and Hadjar showing very, very good pace, fighting their way through, managed to hold back Norris, who's on much fresher tyres. It was a very, very impressive weekend for them. They did what they came there to do, so a good amount of points for them. And for once, they had both cars in pretty good positions, well, very good positions for them at the moment. And it actually looked comfortable. They couldn't really have too many complaints afterwards. My predictions were done over, however, by Ferrari not bringing their upgrades. I found that out the morning after I posted that video. Racing Bulls only giving upgrades to Arvid. I didn't know this at the time, but they only gave the upgrade package because they couldn't bring both at the same time. They only had one upgrade package. They gave it to Arvid because he outqualified Liam at Silverstone. So that messed up with my predictions. Obviously, we don't have to talk about Perez. We don't have to talk about Perez. That prediction was not good. After his car broke down again. I don't know what's going on with Cadillac reliability. It's just not there. However, Bortoletto, Gabriel Bortoletto, I did predict him to do quite well, and he did do very well. Another very, very good race from him. He's showing very good race pace at the moment, very good quali pace even. He's shown a lot more than Hulkenberg is at the moment, and could that be a sign of more things to come? Could this be one of Hulkenberg's last seasons in F1? Could it be his last? He's being absolutely schooled at the moment by Bortoletto and doesn't look like it's about to change. So it could be. George Russell now even further behind in the championship, not even second anymore. He is now third behind Lewis Hamilton. And then Antonelli obviously on top by quite some margin now. Had some choice words to say about that Mercedes car when he DNF'd due to his battery issue. He was not pleased. He kept going on about his sock that's part of the battery and why it wasn't deploying correctly. The Mercedes power unit has had issues the whole season, really. It appears that Russell seems to be getting the majority of these issues, however. They seem a bit, apart from McLaren at the start of the season with all the double DNSing or DNFing, they'll be able to get their car started. It does seem that Russell's had the majority of it. You look at China, Canada, now in Belgium, he's had issues. Where Anthony's only really had two recently. Russell, that's just the ones I can name off the top of my head, has had them more often than not. But yeah, it's fair to say he's not happy, and I think we could really see George Russell out of Mercedes by next year. I don't think he. I mean, it's weird because he's Mercedes' original golden boy. He is Mr. Mercedes. Really, he's everything that Toto Wolff would want in a corporate driver. But it appears Toto's not happy with that toy anymore and wants something new to play with. All right, so let's go over my predictions and see exactly how I did. If I get it bang on, 0 points. 1 away either side, 1 point. 2 away either side, 2 points. And then anything more than that, 3 points. So the aim of the game is to get as little points as possible, exactly like golf. As little as possible is better. And I'll put it up, we'll compare how I do from weekend to weekend. And then how many points I have at the end of the season is how bad I actually was. Okay, so let's start things off, shall we? Start off, Antonelli win. Bang on, correct. 0 points. Second place, I had Lewis Hamilton. Second place was actually Charles Leclerc. 1 place away, I had him in third. Third place, Max Verstappen. I didn't have him finishing the race. 4 points from the top 3. Not too bad, to be honest. I've got the winner nailed on, and I've also got a podium sitter nailed on. However, this is where it could start to go wrong. P4, Lewis, 2 points there then, because I got him second. So that puts me up onto 6 points. I'll do a total down here in the corner, just so we can all see how I'm doing. P5, I had Oscar. Oscar finished actually Oscar finished P5. I had Oscar P6. Not too bad. I had Russell 5th. Russell obviously DNF'd. So that really has not gone well for me. Yeah. I just need to start predict. I need to do better, really. Lawson, I had 7th. Lawson did not finish in the points. It was Lindblad who did better. Gasly 8th. Gasly also didn't finish in the points. I think he was he 11th or 12th, Gasly? He was behind Colapinto. It was not a good weekend for the gas man. 9th, I had Bortoletto. Bortoletto actually finished 8th, only 1 away. That's not a bad guess. That's not too bad. Really not too. I mean, I never predict Bortoletto to do well. Usually if I predict him to do well, he does bad. If I predict him to do bad, he does good. This time it's actually came true. He's gone 1 better than I thought he would. And in P10, I had Perez. 10th was actually Franco. And we all know what happened to Perez. So I think Russell and Perez has really done me over with these predictions. But let's see how I've actually done. I'll add it up in the editing. I'll put the big score up here. And hopefully that is not too bad at all. But overall, this race wasn't anything too exciting. There was a battle for the lead. There was some controversy, which I guess it is good, does make it well. Lewis again getting shafted by the stewards. Not really too sure what they keep doing in that stewards room to keep giving him penalties or to keep just making him very unfortunate these past 2 races. But anyway, that's besides the point. This track, really, the cars in the current regulation aren't suited to Spa. Spa's a fantastic motorsport track. The feeder series are great. The other series, there's like GT racing, any other racing around Spa is fantastic. It's just Formula 1 at this moment in time is not great. Last season's race wasn't fantastic. And this season's race really was nothing special. I'd give it maybe a 5 or a 6 out of 10 at best. I mean, the main talking point from it is George Russell and Toto Wolff. Will George Russell be in Mercedes next year? Will it be Max Verstappen? Will they even try and go for a surprise bid for another driver? Who knows? Who's to say? But anyway, thank you very, very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you very soon in a different style of video. And I'll also see you for next week's Hungary Grand Prix predictions. Bye-bye.